awesome experience. It was an eye-opener, and it taught me ways that I can help teachers to open the doors for children. You know, because I believe that we don't allow our children to speak enough, to become more involved in their education, to be aware of what they're going to do, how they're going to do it, and why they're doing it. And so that is what I really am going to take away from this experience.
My experience this past couple of days was just out of the water, like fish out of the water. It's just something that I never thought would have been happening in our system today. It was so nice to see that the ministry sets a goal and the whole system follows that goal. There's one goal, one objective, and one aim.
It is excellent. First of all, you see hands-on. What persons tell you work, you actually see it working. You get into the classroom and you see the teachers actually doing what they say they do. What is so amazing is that each teacher in various schools seem to all be on the same, under the same vision, under the same umbrella, doing the same thing. And what I loved most, when I heard that the premium for Ontario schools, it is his vision that literacy be one of the focuses in all schools, and therefore it is throughout the schools, high school, elementary school, everybody has the same focus. And the second thing I want to speak on is the blended educational system, where the computers are used by students throughout the school. 80% of the students have their own laptops or netbooks, and in each classroom we went in, you saw the teachers using it as a tool for interactive learning. You saw where the children were working with each other and in groups, and as a result, the teacher is just guiding them. After they have taught them, they are able to tell them what to do, and the children can work in groups or they can work individually, and the students are there, therefore going beyond recall. Now teach the children who are analyzing, who are synthesizing, and therefore we are now have a community of problem solvers. I loved it.
I'm just delighted that I decided to join the group, because the information that I've gleaned here, I'm sure I can incorporate some of this into the school that I'm currently serving as principal of, because we saw learning at every level in every classroom. The strategies used, they were not new, but different. It was approached in a different manner. Many of the teachers displayed enthusiasm, passion as they modeled various strategies. Today at Maple Leaf School, we saw a different approach, but nonetheless, learning also occurred. They have just adopted the strategies we saw at the Thornhill, and the lower primary is currently operating with the strategies. However, what was most interesting was the fact that in many of the classrooms they have combined classes, grades 1 and 2, grades 3 and 4. That to me was interesting. So I asked the question why this was happening, and they explained to us that because of the regulations, the numbers in all the classrooms must be 20 or below. That kind of number, you must make a positive impact. So when this happens again, I'll do my best to send along a few teachers, because when the teachers are involved, there can really be a definite change.
One thing I'd love to say is that if we are able to take this and implement it successfully in the Bahamas, it will be a renaissance to education in the Bahamas. The thing about what I was most impressed with is how children took charge of their learning, how they were able to articulate what they were doing and were immersed in it with almost no supervision from the teacher. And that is what I'm telling you, that's what I'm going to try to do with my students. They have to learn to articulate what they are learning.
Oh, it was wonderful. Wonderful. I wish I could have taken some of the schools I've seen over here back home. There are a lot of things I'm going to try at my school when I get to try to improve students' learning. A lot I have to share. I just sit down now and get their mind together and collect it all together and put it together and just share it. I just can't wait to share it. It was a wonderful experience for me.
It was wonderful to just go into the schools, because many times we feel like, you know, it can't be done, but we heard it and we actually saw it in action. So it made me believe that, hey, even more so, we can do the same thing in the Bahamas.